So my Judaism is a lot more rational. It's not based off of heaven and hell. It's based around ethics and morality, doing the right thing. Ultimately, it's the right thing to do. And yeah, I think it's a bit primitive when people have to be scared into being religious. Right? I mean,
You
this is what
believe in a
Christianity
world to
does.
come.
Yes, yes, I believe that in order for God to be just, there has to be a world to come. There has to be more, right? I mean, to think that Mother Teresa and Hitler are going to have the same outcome, it seems preposterous to me. So I believe that there's good people in this world who suffer unjustly, and there's bad people who get away with a lot. So there has to be more. However, I don't think the Bible, I don't think the Torah commands me to believe in it, though, right? Or expects
It's
me.
optional.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm an agnostic on a world to come and afterlife, heaven and hell, whatever you want to call it. I'm an agnostic, and a large part of the reason is because of that. In Torah, I would go so far as to say not only does it not directly teach it, but as many places that where the rabbis will say, "Well, see, this is an allusion to it." I think there's almost a direct teaching the other way,
Mhm.
that it's just like that it is about this world.
Right. Well, there's
Um,
hints, though. I mean, there's hints.
so
Uh,
yeah, hints.
yeah, like being written in some book. It says Abraham died. He was gathered to his fathers, then he was buried. I mean, it seems like there's something there, but
Well,
it's
the
it's
only
not
one
enough to
of
build a
those
doctrine off of. Yeah.
the only one of those that I really lend a lot of credence to is with Jacob, because he dies in Egypt, and then there's that period where he's embalmed. But
Mhm.
when he dies, it says he was gathered to his people. So there it
Mhm.
doesn't seem to be a reference to burial.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean there are hints. I will totally concede that. But usually when you have a hint, it's because there's something more. So if you already believe in the resurrection of the world to come, then there are hints because you already know what it's
Right.
hinting to.
I think it's a cop out. I mean, I think if God wanted us to focus so much on the afterlife, he would have mentioned more about it, because he essentially knew that people would make this whole belief system tie into that. Like, the only reason you want to do something, it's because you're getting some reward, which is probably the worst reason to do anything, right? Because it's not sincere. I mean, you should do the right thing, again, because it's the right thing to do. Although I want it to be true. I mean, I want reincarnation to be true. I'm not a Kabbalist. I don't think the Bible teaches reincarnation like most Kabbalists teach. However, I like the idea of coming back to Earth because I like life. But only because you like an idea doesn't mean that you have to tie it into your theology, right? And there's many people who can't separate the two.